who also does always tell us exactly how to navigate our situations when it comes to debt, saving, and investment. But now, how do you ensure that kids from as early as 4 years old are getting the necessary financial education to better their lifestyle in the future and also maybe become better investors than we are? We all understand that, especially for people who went through 844, we rarely got money conversations in the classes or even outside the classes. But now, in a digital age, in such an era where it is important that every single person gets financial literacy, it's also important that the kids are getting it from as early as before they go to school to learn 1 + 1 is 2. Because by the time they know 1 + 1 is 2, they know that you should not be subtracting that and from your debt situation and your investments and the cash at hand. They should be able to, marry the mathematics in class and also to their financial situation. So that's what is happening with Smartkid Innovation, and I'm here with the co-founder Miti, Hudson, to help me understand exactly how they have been doing that and how they plan to do it continuously into the future. So if you have kids in the house, and if you have parents of young kids, if you have parents of kids in university and high school, ensure that they're tuning into this conversation. As Miti puts it into perspective, how exactly can we get financial literacy into kids in Kenya and also maybe globally as well? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm glad to be here.
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm perfectly well.
How was your weekend? How's the economy treating you?
Well, all is well. It's all about planning. It's all about looking at the future and positioning yourself to make sure that you can leverage on what is happening to get the best.
Right.
That's what
Smartkid Innovation, trying to make the kids smart. When I saw the name Smartkid initially, I thought maybe you're innovating some smart technology for kids to make the kids smart, but it's also maybe I could call it financial technology to ensure that the kids are well versed with matters of financial literacy. So maybe introduce yourself, and as the co-founder of Smartkid Innovation, tell us maybe the vision behind Smartkid Innovation and what exactly does Smartkid Innovation? I've told people it's all about financial literacy, but there's that innovation bit of it. What does that involve over at your company?
Yeah, thank you so much. As you rightfully introduced me, I'm called Hudson Miti, and I'm a co-founder to Smartkid Innovations. This is a project that we've designed to help the young children from as young as 4 years to be financially literate, but also to tap into the new technology or the future technologies. Our desire is that as these children grow, we will be able to nurture them into multi-billionaires that are by design, okay, not by accident. So Smartkid looks at a number of things, of course. One is, of course, the future technologies. We are starting to train children how to code. We are teaching them blockchain technology because that is the future. We are teaching them how to invest. We are teaching them how do you save, because if they expect big things, most of the big things cannot be got just at once. You have to keep on, saving. And we're encouraging them from as 4 years to start using piggy banks. Okay, okay, those small pots or containers. You may think they're not important, but it's something that you build into an individual for the future.
Right.
So we are doing that, and that is great. We use quite a number of things to train them. We have puppetry, we have toys, we have one-on-one sessions, we are doing webinars, we're organizing camps, and also contests, okay, for the different age groups,
All right.
to make sure that we position them, okay, to be good people, good entrepreneurs, and so that they can help communities.
I'm curious though, how do you teach a child the importance of money when they have, let's say, never had money before? Because I think the best lesson I learned from money was when I wasted it. Okay. Then I came to realize, money is actually something really important that I should not be taking for granted. So how do you tell a 4-year-old who's never handled 100, 200 Kenyan shillings, never had to budget for anything in their life, how do you make sure they know the importance of money?
Okay, that's a good question. Actually, you will notice that most of our children, as we go along, there are a number of things that we do. Many times when you go to buy certain things, you have change, okay? And they will always say, I want to buy this, I want to get this. So we tell them that, okay, whatever that comes to you, it's not a must that you should run like we used to be. We used to be given pocket money.
Yeah.
And until you depleted it, you never had rest.
Yeah.
Okay? So we are telling these young ones that if you have money, money is something that you must handle with responsibility. Okay? So that as it grows, as it increases, you are not going wild, you are not wasting it. So if you get whatever you get, have a habit of setting aside, something for yourself. Okay?
Right.
And we can do this at home. For example, even as you're using M-Pesa, when you go home, at one point you'll have maybe 20 bob or, something. Encourage this child. Get this, put in your bank. Okay? Put in that tin as early as 4 years. You are starting to build that in them that, money is not only for spending, but money should be also set aside for future.
Right.
And as the money increases at a certain point, use it to get what they want. So they will have that, okay, if I want something or I want a trip, I can keep this for a certain time and then I'll be able to get what I want. So you start from as young as 4 years.
Right. So they get to see, of course, how money is used, how money is also saved. But now when it comes to investment,
yes,
then how does a child get to know now this is how you spend it, this is how you put it aside, and this is how you gain from it?
Yeah. Now what we're doing, that's also a very good concern. What we're doing currently is that when the children start to invest or to save something, we now encourage the parents, okay, to top up whatever amount, to top up to the different package, I can call them packages,
right,
that are available for this child to know that, okay, I've had maybe 100 shillings. My parents has topped up and done an investment. And what is the intention behind that? The intention is simple, to make sure that I can multiply this money. Okay? But I'm going to multiply it for a certain period of time. Okay? And we're encouraging the parents. They could start like with $150 or 18,000 or they about 20. Okay? But the child must start saving a bit, and the parent will come in, put that together, and put that as saving. But also start to show this child how the money is growing.
All right, so that they can also track it and see the benefits of doing that.
Thank you.
Okay.
And when that money grows and time comes for the child to use it, let the child have precedence. At least do something that is useful to the child, so that you don't kill the energy that you are building in this child.
Okay.
Because some parents,
yeah,
when the money comes, it's all about them.
Yeah, I remember some time back as a kid, I'd get money and my mom would ask to keep it for me and give it back later. But mom, I am hoping that investment has grown. Yeah, I'm now financially responsible enough to get back my 300 from 2005. Now, maybe moving on to the curriculum and how you've set up, maybe an overview to a parent who's watching. What do they expect their kids to come and go through, and how long does that take?
Okay, this is a continuous program, and that's why we are starting from 4 years, okay? What we take the 4 year through, 4 years to 6 years, is not the same. We are taking 6 years to 8 years. So we've categorized the children. However, the good news is that as they go through our curriculum, as they go through our centers, at the end of it all, we'll be giving them certification, because some of the courses we've partnered with renowned trainers, with renowned institutions to offer that. Like even as simple as technology.
Right.
We are positioning our young ones to be the experts. So we are teaching them to start coding. Coding is, I don't know what is the terminology that people can understand.
Okay.
But they start writing a few lines that will help them come up with programs. Okay. And this is not the first time this is happening. We see a lot of continents do that. We are seeing a lot of people from Asia. We are seeing a lot from especially Japan, China, doing that. They train their young ones to learn technology, to come up with innovation from 4 years. So by the time you are 18, 20, 23, you are an expert.
Right.
Okay? And you are coming up with that innovation that is going to change the world. So it's the same script we are reading from. We want these people to learn, the young ones to learn from the experts, so that by that age, they are able to come up with innovations that will also be funded if they are unique.
Yeah, it's also, I think, important for me to mention that Kenya has also gone through the route of those Asian countries you've mentioned. We've seen the launch of the first coding syllabus for Kenya and also across Africa by Codris, which is the one providing the curriculum to the government to give it out to primary school and secondary school kids. So it's important to see. It's interesting and also exciting to see that kids as young as 4 years are also getting those coding lessons. Now that we've mentioned the curriculum, who's teaching it?
Oh, that's a good one. We have quite a number of instructors globally, because a part of our curriculum is online. Okay, we have one-on-one. So depending on where we need the resources, we have trainers from India. We have trainers from the US. We have trainers from South Africa. We have some trainers from Kenya. You know, and in several countries. And we are building our capacity to make sure that globally we have our footprint.
Yeah, must be really good to be able to do that now that we're in a digital age where you can have trainers from all around the world to do the thing that maybe would have taken you to build a classroom and bring teachers there every single day. Now, the next question that I have now is, as you have trainers who are of course experts, who are professionals in the matters of financial literacy, how do you train a kid maybe whose parents are not financially literate, or maybe whose parents do not know much about financial literacy? Is there a way to also build capacity for the parent to teach the kid outside of your classes?
Yeah, now that has been a concern. But what we've noticed that even when the parent is not financially literate, at least this parent has interest in seeing the child succeed. And that interest is what is motivating the so-called categorized financially literate parents to say that, okay, I may not be literate, but I want my child to be literate. Okay, but we are taking it a little further. We are trying to look for partners that will help those children that cannot be able to afford, because there's a cost to it.
Right.
Okay. So a percentage of the children we are training also includes those that are not able to afford the services as pro bono services. You know, as a way of returning to the community. So as we have these children coming from these parents, we're also picking the other children that will not be able to afford.
All right.
Yeah.
What is the cost now that we've gotten to that conversation?
Yeah. We have several training packages, but what we've done is the training package is attached to an investment package. Okay? Because if you train and you're not teaching these children to invest or to save, then it's meaningless. So what we've decided to do is to have packages which range from $150. That's about 18,000 or 20, depending on the exchange rate of the day. And they go up to almost $10,000, depending on how you want your child to be. And also we've given a provision where one is able to put that money slowly. You start the saving, then you can put in the investment and the training. Okay, for your child to make it much easier.
All right.
Yeah,
there are various aspects of financial literacy. There's saving, there's investing, there's budgeting, and there's also maybe handling debt. Is there one that you will say is the most important, or are they all the same across the board?
They are very important, and if you don't balance them well, definitely you cannot be very successful. Okay, you must be prudent when it comes to debts. You must be prudent when it comes to budgeting. You must be prudent when it comes to investment. But you cannot invest what you don't have. Okay, so saving is very
very important as well.
Yeah. That's why we're saying that if we are going to have a big investors in the future, we better build the culture now. Okay. You cannot just wake up and think these are going to come up and be huge investors when they've not been nurtured. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So the failure rate, if they are not nurtured, is much higher than when they are nurtured from a younger age.
Okay.
Also, our desire is that if we do it from 4 years, we will start to produce. If you look in Africa, most of the billionaires in Africa are 45,
Yeah.
okay, a few 35, but 45, you know.
Yes.
But
The
if you
ages
look,
of Dangote.
yeah,
Yes.
if you look at let's say Japan or China, you know, they're 22 years, 23. What is the difference?
They started early.
They started early.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what
not
we're
after
trying to get.
university.
Right. Not after university, which is also, I think, a question I should ask here. You've mentioned that starting from 4 years to university, if there's someone who's now watching it and I'm like, oh, too late, I just graduated, do they get a chance, or how does that work?
We are coming up with another program because of the need, where we'll be able to nurture even those, the adults, you know, we'll be doing those camps, though that wasn't our original intention.
Okay.
But we've noticed that if we don't even help the parents to understand this, they will not support the young ones.
Yeah.
So we've punched in a few trainings for the adults, but those will be like every 3 months once.
Just something on the side.
Yeah, something on the side.
Yeah,
really.
it's important that we focus really on the kids. I wish I got the lessons which you're trying to impart earlier on. I think I would have been way more financially responsible. What are some of the mistakes maybe you will say you see kids make with money after you've been with them for a while and see them spend?
Well, most of the kids we've been piloting with, you know, fortunately, they come from families that can afford, okay? But they have something in them that makes them not want to keep the money in their pocket. So when they have 10,000 shillings, until that 10,000 is blown away, they will never settle.
Yeah, it's
Understand?
like it's itching.
So even when they come and you have a one-on-one with them and they're taking them to, they'll never settle. You know, it will be like, oh, I want to buy this, I need ice cream, I need this, you know. But you're telling them that, you know what, you can forego that ice cream at least twice a week, okay, to save for something.
Right.
And that makes a difference.
Is there a moment where you can say, now you are financially literate, where after you've taken a kid through the program, are there things that you can see in the kid and say, now I think they understand exactly the value and how to use money?
We have a rating matrix that helps us to know whether a child is improving or a child is retarded when it comes to financial literacy, okay? So we have scores and we have a lot of, we do tests as well, and they are given assignments, you know. They'll be required to do certain things, even some jobs at home. So we have a rating card, okay, where they will do errands at home, and we encourage the parents to give them something, okay. And we also see how they will spend that. Have they put it in their PG banks or not? Have they, you know? So we have rating tools.
Yeah, you have milestones you can check out as well. I'm guessing throughout. Now, for the ones who want to apply, I think it's important they know what is the process like. If someone has a kid out there, or even someone who's in high school independently wants to access Smartkid innovation for these lessons, how do they get to you? They
can do two things. One, they can go to our website, or they can come to our office at Skyview Park Apartments in Kilmani, and they will be able to be helped. We'll be when you go to our website, you can get our offices, you can get the contact numbers, and our team will be able to help.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the website?
It's you have S hyphen and Smartkid. Yeah. You try to make it
smart.
Smart.
Yes, Smartkid.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Make sure you are checking that out and get those financial literacy lessons from 4 years all the way to university level. You said there's virtual and also physical classes? One-on-one classes.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit in-depth on how that works. If someone is in Nairobi or someone is in Kisumu, can they fully sign for the virtual ones, or do they also need to attend the one-on-ones?
No, all programs, depending on what, because we have various training packages. From I talked about the most basic to the most advanced. So depending on what someone has subscribed for, we are able to offer a one-on-one in the different localities, because depending on the numbers, we organize. And also what we've done is that we will have regional, like let's say the Mombasa side, Mount Kenya, and then the national. But also from there, we have the East Africa, and then we have the Africa, because we have Southern Africa, we have West Africa, Central Africa. So all those are contributing.
Right.
We also have some students in the US,
Okay.
yeah, and Canada and UK.
Who are still getting lessons all the way from Smartkid Innovation. So make sure you're signing up your child, and they are getting those financial. I cannot overemphasize exactly how important it is for kids to be to be literate in matters of finance as early as possible. I'm going to allow you to maybe help us close up this conversation here on this camera. One, on why it is important for us to learn about finances and money, and also what maybe an emphasis on what people can get from Smartkid Innovation.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. It's important that if you want to be successful in life, you must be financially literate. And this does not come in one day. It's something that you must learn. It's something that you can improve upon every single day. So we want to encourage all the parents to start as early as 4 years, nurture the children, give us an opportunity to impart knowledge, to mentor them, to be the kind of person you want them to be. Also, of course, there are many benefits as we do that. From the investments they will be doing, you will be having less financial distress because they will be able to pay their own tuition. They will be able to start multiplying their money and to look up to your business even much better. So we encouraging everyone to be part of this. Even those who are in high school, those who are at university, you can live a better life if you started where you are. It's never late. Start on and keep moving. And that is very important. And we will say that our desire is that we will nurture and come up with many billionaires in the few years to come. We are talking about the next 5-10 years. We should be able to start demonstrating that this is a smart kid billionaire. And that is our goal.
Yeah. I forgot one thing, by the way. I wanted to weigh your thoughts. I know we discussed this off air, but as I mentioned there's Codris Africa who are now joining with the curriculum, the regular curriculum in school, to introduce a syllabus for coding in institutions for primary school and secondary school kids. Do we also need to get to a time where now also financial literacy is introduced as its own curriculum in schools, or other steps that you feel like maybe we can take small steps, and how can we take them towards realizing that goal?
In our view, we're encouraging that we can have financial literacy as part of the curriculum, but I know that is a long shot. In the meantime, as Smartkid, what we're doing is we are setting up clubs, financial literacy clubs, okay, at all levels, to start nurturing people. And also, these clubs also are part of the future technology. We are trying to merge financial literacy with future technology, like blockchain technology. If you are going to be liquid in the next future or in the near future, you must know about blockchain technology. You can no longer put your head in the sand
and ignore.
So we are not only training or orienting the children towards financial literacy, but also showing them the future technologies and starting to position them.
Right.
Yeah.
So those are some of the steps we can take to ensure that the future is financially literate, because the future is all of these kids who are growing up. And the thing I have loved about Smartkid Innovation is the fact that they are merging, as he said, financial literacy with future technologies. Imagine a future where your kid comes home and say they've lost their 5 bitcoins and you have no idea how to help them. So it's important they know even how those future technologies work, blockchain, cryptocurrency, every single thing that is coming out of this new digital age is important, that is also tied with matters of finance. I'm seeing here feedback, Elijah Kimani wa Kandara, watching from Kandara Muranga with Shosho Watwana. Shout out to you, Elijah, and also to Shosho Watwana. Tell Shosho Watwana to comment there on the live stream. Jovio Ray, loving the show. Coding is the way to the future. Thumbs up to the Smartkid Innovation and also to the founder, Miti, Hudson. Thank you very much also for tuning into us. Thank you very much, Hudson, for having this conversation with us.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm hoping that at some point in the future we'll organize, if we can get you to come through with one of the kids also.
We will.